We go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nell! Yay! Nell is complete. Why am I hearing sound? There we go. I guess there was no sound for that section. That's screenshotter. One of my favorite default looks of any character ever. I think Ines is number 1. Freyna, I think, is still number 2. But number 3 is Nell, probably. But it just depends on the vibe you want to go for. I'm still working on getting this Peacemaker for her as well, but... and Volby. But Nell will hopefully be strong enough to farm that her frickin' self. So heck yeah. Let's switch over to her, and she shall be... Oh, let's look at her Descendant screen.
Ines Raya, Hounds you.
Ines was the last newest character. And now we will be switching over to... Yell. I think we have to go all the way over here, so just got Ultimate Volby as well. Who's still powering up.
I will not be.
Serena just has her final loop she's doing, and here she is.
All the cards on the battlefield are in my hands.
Incredibly awesome. Screenshot.
All the cards on the battlefield are in my hands.
And we'll make my custom build as per typical till she hits level 40. My custom build will be all about health and survivability. And she's a non-attribute character, Abyssal Tactician, and she's one of the best characters in the game, period. They buffed her since beta. Shout out to Moxsy. He's got a sponsored video with her for the updated best Nell build. Nuke Stormhanger, the first Descendant. Highly recommend you guys go check that out. It's sponsored by the first Descendant. It's an incredibly great video by Moxsy. And even has a guide on how to beat the Stormhanger boss, the new one, which is the new Abyssal boss.
All the cards on the battlefield.
And she has Breach Projection. All of her skills seem quite good. It's Tech, Fusion, Fusion, Tech. So this Tech, Breach Projection.
In my hands.
Skill description: fires a barrage of breach shards, dealing damage to hit enemies. If the enemy hit is inflicted with Deceive Scan, an additional effect is triggered. So yeah, the Deceive Scan thing is actually meta to use with her. So that's normally a dead useless stat you'd never want unless you're insanely powerful and you just don't care. Yeah, but now it's actually a game mechanic, which is her unique thing to the game in the Season 3 update, which is insanely freaking awesome. Maximum stacks are 2. Stack cooldown is 13.0 to 11.5. MP cost is 15. And then it shows all these damage stats and whatnot, and AoEs. And that is a huge, huge part of clearing the game that you want freaking AoE in this game.
Are in my hands.
And here's her skill 2, that's her skill 1, aka Q power, here's her skill 2, aka C power, and or whatever you're playing on. Breach Link, available at level 3. Oh, we're gonna level up it incredibly quick, because I saved the dailies for her, which gave a tremendous XP. And I will probably be bringing her to level 40 in this video as well, because I do want to clear story with her also. Hopefully she'll be strong enough after level 40. We will find out, I guess. If not, I'll just pause the story, I suppose, so she can. I have cleared a fair amount of the story as well, but I sort of was getting contrived because I was doing it with dailies and whatnot, so I'm just going to have the videos focused on story. It's just too outrageous otherwise.
All the cards on the battlefield.
Anyway, skill description. Creates an arcade breach at a designed location.
Are in my hands.
Inflicts a debuff on enemies near the created arcade breach and spawns an anti-gravity field. Hopefully you can read this while she says stuff too, but whatever. Or hear me, really. On the ground, the debuff of the Arcade Breach intensifies over time and further weakens adaptive defense. Reusing the skill retrieves the Arcade Breach. On retrieval, the anti-gravity field disappears, dealing explosive damage to the area around it and refunding a portion of the cooldown. And then that does it. Cooldown is 25 seconds, goes to 22.1, MP cost 28, stacks 5. Movement speed reduction, enemy weak point plus
All
interesting
the cards
range,
on the
radius, AoEs, and the anti-gravity shield AoEs as well. It looks like, yeah, everything AoEs. Alright, here's her, for 3 power. Okay, I believe that's V. I think that's V power. Yeah, then 4 is C. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. And or whatever your skill 3 is. Alright, the gravitic reversal unlocks at level 5. Fusion detonates a arcade breach, causing gravitic reversal. This pulls enemies in near the arcade breach and deals explosive damage. Explosion damage range 6 meters. Max expandable range 300%.
Battlefield.
Interesting. Actually, this is the max expandable range. And I have used her in the demo, which was insanely fun. Although she's even stronger from the demo now. She went from 20% crit on one of these two, which I think surpassed. If you get a 30% weak point reduction. Did they change her off crit to weak point reduction? Oh, crit is when you equip her module. This turns to crit. Heartbreaker, which I do have both her modules. I actually got them way quicker than actually unlocking her. Which is generally a rarity, but it's a good thing to have. They're a 5% drop. I just got them first. 2 blessings. Because I think my first battle I got one, which was hilarious. Available at level 7. Skill Gaze of the Abyss. This is her skill 4, aka Z power, and or whatever your skill 4 button is. Grants Gaze of the Abyss. All firearm attacks from Nell target weak points, increasing the weak point damage of herself and nearby allies. While Gaze of the Abyss is active, hitting the target inflicted with Deceive Scan with a Breach Shard increases the duration of Gaze of the Abyss. Cooldown 110 seconds to 97.1.5 seconds. Gotta be level 7. You just have to be level 10 to get your 4 skills, so they made that easier. MP cost 50, duration 14 seconds, maybe more. As you level up, weak point damage increases 35%. That's pretty great. I'm wondering, because I haven't seen people talk about her in Wall Crasher, her Wall Crasher build. People don't talk about that, but it is a thing. Nells are quite powerful against Wall Crasher. Not ideal, as you technically want your Serenas, but I already have gameplay with that up. Gaze of the Abyss duration. When she max levels, I'll probably take her into Wall Crasher. When she's like max build. Well, I know it won't actually hinder. Well, hopefully it won't hinder the team.
Are in my hands.
Gaze of the Abyss duration. But Serena's that good, it feels like a hindrance, but to bring anyone else. And I also have some cosmetic stuff that she can rock. There's the Bakey on her back. Weapon-wise, she's a Secret Garden user, which I don't really have powered up, so we may be literally leveling that up. But first, her K-pop edition must be deemed to the South Korean game. Arcade Trigger, you have to level up for that. We can't use that yet. There's her Shattered Heart. Where's the other one? Why is it only showing one? I know I for sure have both of them. Shattered Heart and Restored Heart. I believe Shattered Heart is the one that everyone likes. Yeah. And anyway, she shall be deemed